SSNT was the biggest gapper of the day today, and it should have been avoided, and I'm sure a lot of people got chopped up trading it this afternoon. Let me go over why you should have avoided it and how you can prevent getting chopped up on names like this in the future. The first things first, this thing presented a lot of opportunity this morning, and I actually played it from 9:20 up to about 10:70 this morning out of this first halt. Now, I told my team to watch it this morning out of the break of 9:10. I'll pull this up real quick and show you. That's really the only way that I liked it this morning. So as you can see here, I said SSNT watch over 9:10. We were also watching this to trade it in our morning live stream on Discord as well, where we caught this over the 9:10s up into the halt at 9:50. Really, really easy trade, but it's really the only trade that I saw where I really had range, where there was really incentive for buyers to buy this up and chase it up any higher. So as we can see here, we had a very, very clean break of this 9:15 slash 9:10 level from pre-market, which you can see here, which was so key between 8 a.m. and about 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m. So we were looking for the break of this level this morning after tons of volume started to come in here at 9:54 this morning. Got the break of 9:15, took the entry in the 9:20s for the breakup through this range up into the 10s and 10:50s, and got a halt up at 9:50. Like I said, it resumed around the 9:8s. Pulled back down to 9.6, where I was risking 950. If you were in the live stream this morning, you know I was risking 950. I also posted this trade live on my Twitter, on my TikTok, on my Instagram, on my YouTube. You can go watch this trade live. Go check it out on my page. You can see how I traded this. But we did get the breakup through 10, and of course, like I said, raised our stops to the breakout level right there at 10. Was able to get a nice bit scaled out in the 1050s, about half of my position scaled out, and then stopped the rest right there on the knife down at $10. Overall, really, really good trade, but that's how I played it this morning. I didn't like it this afternoon, though, and here's why. So if you look at the weekly, this takes 2 seconds to do. You always want to look left to look for range, and that range is going to provide incentive for future longs to come in and buy this up at a higher price. Now, in SS&T this morning, we really didn't have any range, right? And without range, you've got no what? You've got no incentive. So if you have no range, you have no incentive. If you have no range and incentive, you've got no reason to really be taking the trade. So the setup looked fantastic. It was consolidating all afternoon, and for that reason, looking at the larger time frame here on the weekly, seeing how sellers have always came in here at this price range in the past, I just knew this thing was going to continue to break up through the highs, which it did today, this afternoon. People are going to be taking breakouts on this and just getting faked out, faked out, faked out, and that's exactly what happened here. So, again, really just looking at the weekly to gauge your range here. There's no incentive here. I like to watch it over the 14 and 15 spot this afternoon, but that's really it. I wanted to watch it over 14 over the all-time high, but I didn't like it here because you have no range. There's no incentive for buyers to chase this up any higher. So I avoided it. After I played it the way that I played it off of the 915 where you actually had range. Look, this was the bottom of this whole range from like 915 to 13 and a half, right? Up through here, you really had nothing to go with. You had no plan here that where you really, really had an edge of, any bit of incentive at all for buyers to really buy it up there because nothing but weakness here. Look, over 1070, there was nothing to play. All of this I would consider to be a crappy setup. This was not an A+ setup by any stretch of the imagination, so, for me, I'd rather come in tomorrow, find a setup that I actually like, find a setup where all of these stars actually align, and you'll not get chopped up on setups like this because you can clearly see just by looking at the larger time frames on the, to the left here from, 2021, we had price action back here. That's the nearest term price action that we've got up in this price range. And despite the news being good this morning, there was just really no reason to really trade this afternoon because there was really no range. And you'll see just how choppy this thing was. I mean, it was just chop city, right? Just chop city. Failed breakout after failed breakout, trapping both sides. Not really a way to play this anyway. So that's why I avoided it this afternoon. I didn't like it at all. So for that reason, that's why I stayed out. And I hope you guys learned something in this video. If you learned something, make sure to repost this video, follow, hit that like button. It helps me out a ton for daily content like this. And I'll see you guys tomorrow morning on Discord for our daily morning live stream. What a good day today for a nice, easy, small green day on a slower Monday. Hope you guys had a great day as well. Let me know how you did today in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.